Now, thank you for watching. As always, this is World Over Media, and we bring to you videos or topics that are trending across the globe. Now, today we want to look at this issue of racism and how Africans are regarded as a dump site for different continents. For instance, China is now becoming as one of the greatest threats for Africa if we don't look at it keenly. Now, in this video, we are going to address how the Chinese people are treating Africans even in their own continent. What they did, for instance, in Kenya, whereby in a supermarket, they can't even allow the blacks to enter. That's a really saddening situation that we have to castigate. Now, let's watch this video and react to it in the end.
Outrage tonight over the actions of the owners of a Chinese restaurant that bars admission to non-Chinese clientele from 7 p.m. Kenyans on social media cannot believe that it is possible to face this kind of discrimination in their own country. KTN's Ian Ofula is at this restaurant right now, and we join him live for the Insight. Ian, this story has generated a lot of reactions, especially on social media. What have you picked out from the ground?
Good afternoon, Ben and Linda. Indeed, we are coming to you live from the Chinese restaurant here in Nairobi, where there's a lot of speculation going on. And at this point, we cannot confirm everything, but a number of things that I can tell you that I've managed to gather from this particular point is that the owner of this restaurant was today issued with a court order stating that they are operating without a license. And so when we managed to talk to the manager of the restaurant, they said that indeed they do not have a license to operate here, but they are planning to open the restaurant officially on the phone.
No, I don't know who is that.
And this one? Who is the owner of this one?
This one, same.
Tuesday morning, in a police operation led by Kilimani OCS Ashford Kinoti and DCIO Fatma Hadi discovered the unthinkable in a Chinese rented house at Aberdare Court in Kilimani area of Nairobi.
Come.
We got this one.
3 elephant tusks, ivory crafted ornaments and a leopard skin in the house. The multi-agency operation also saw KWS officers recover a tortoise that the foreigners kept as a pet without authorization.
Evening. Thank you for having me. Well, Nigerians are not happy about it because it does not sound right. You know, having another country come to your country to chance you. Let me use that word, because how would you be in Nigeria and then you are allowed to operate in Nigeria and then you are restricting Nigerians from participating, from getting something from you? It's already sound bad. So Nigerians are not having it easy at all. Nigerians have been probing the FCCPC, calling them to close down the building, to close down the business. That is what is going on right now.
Interestingly, you were part of that, of course, force. You were not necessarily responsible for closing the shop, but you were firsthand a witness to what was happening. Do you feel that, the officials indeed had established that this was what was taking place in that shop?
Well, I was there on Monday. I was there with the FCCPC. First, what's it called? The law is they would summon the owners of the supermarkets, and that is what they have done. When we got there on Monday, the place was locked. We got to the building because it's an estate, Royal Choice Estate. So the estates have like different, different tenants. One of them is the supermarket lady. And according to the facility manager, he said they rented out the place to the lady as a residential place and then as like a business place. So she stays there with her workers, and then she also run a business there. So the agreement was to get things and then to make life easier for people in that facility and of course outside. Because according to him, there was nothing in the agreement that said Nigerians will not be able to patronize. Nigerians will not be able to get things from that facility.
I see. The Nigerian, the Chinese business community in Nigeria, they've also been reacting to this. It appears that they're challenging, the narrative that it is the case that this supermarket is involved in some racial segregation, if you want to call it as such.
They have denied it. They said there is nothing of such, but people that it happened to came online, and then there were video evidence that this happened. Even though there were some of the what's it called? Some of the workers that we saw in the estates, Nigerians, they told us that as of last year, people were able to get things from that supermarket. But since January this year, 2024, they've stopped Nigerians from going in to get anything. And that was what happened to the Nigerian. That was what happened to the young man that came online to complain. And after he complained, there were other Nigerians that also went there and got video evidence saying they could not be allowed, they did not allow them entry into that supermarket.
Yes. Now let's look at this issue critically, because if we don't open our eyes or tell our people the truth, we will be held up in a situation that will affect the future generation of Africa, and we will never be able to wake up again. Now, China comes as a business partner or a trusted country that wants to elevate the level of Africans. But have you really thought that these people could be the worst racists that the world has never seen? Now, from this video, you can see that Africans, it happened in Kenya, and it's also happening in Nigeria and even different parts of Africa. The Chinese have opened their supermarkets and even eatery centers, and they don't want Africans to access these points. What does it mean to someone who wants to be free in his or her own continent? We are in Africa, and these people have come as investors and those who are pretending to be the friends of Africa through different projects. But their inward racism, they haven't portrayed that. And I'm always warning our African people that these people, the point that or the time will reach when they'll get hold of Africa, and we will be having nowhere to run to, and they'll mistreat us the way they want. These Chinese people are very racist, and they don't want those who are rising, or they don't want to be superseded. Now let's look at this issue whereby at work, even in Chinese companies, Africans are mistreated, and the Chinese don't want their plight to be fought for because they feel that they are superior as compared to the blacks. This must stop, and the Chinese must come as genuine friends. They should show us that they really mean what they are, or they should do what they mean, not that they preach water but take wine. That's a situation that has to stop. The Chinese have to come and let's do business. Build us. We will also build you, because this is a situation whereby you are also benefiting from the continent. Africa is where most of the Chinese products, even the counterfeits, are being dumped, because we have let you do whatever you want. But for our leaders, we call you, or we call upon you to look at it very keenly, address this issue. If we continue this way and don't tell the Chinese to do it the way we want it, then the future will be gloomy, and we are seeing a situation whereby we will be stagnant. We will be stagnant because we are not addressing it now. We are not fighting for equity now. We are not telling them that we are all equal in the eyes of God now. And if we do it later, when they have held that grip, it will be late, and it will be a saddening situation. Now let's see your reaction on this topic. Tell us, what do you feel about the Chinese? Are they genuine to Africans? Will they really help in elevating the blacks? And also, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and like and also share. Thank you, and may God bless you.